and this is one I don't tell.
Let's go.
We and Kyle, you can get Kyle's version of it. It might be different.
Kyle's welcome on this podcast.
Yeah, Kyle's
he's welcome. This is your second time on.
Now this isn't.
So he's got to know that we're fans.
This isn't a Kyle Busch
Yeah,
bus.
you should have him on. But we were at Phoenix, and this is around
PIR.
Yeah, this is around 2014. Things aren't going well for me. I'm having a down year, pretty frustrating year, and it's practice. I'm going down the back straightaway, and I'm slowing down and coming into the pits, and I get to the apron, and Kyle's behind me, and he's coming by, and I guess I was too close to the racetrack. He didn't like where I was at, and it was it was bothering him and his focus and his ability.
You're too close to the racetrack.
I moved.
You're in the pits.
No, I slowed down and got on the apron to come into the pits, and he's coming by me on the racetrack, and he didn't like something about
sounds petty
what I did.
Yeah,
he flipped me the bird.
Ooh.
In the car.
Yeah, out the window
through the net.
Yeah, he sticks it out in front of the net like this. He's like, "Hey, F you, man."
Did he get the full handout? Are they big enough to fit your hand out? Or you saw enough of a knuckle to know that's the finger?
Oh yeah, I knew what it was.
All right.
And I pull into the garage, and it just sent me over the edge. So
hell yeah.
Practice ends.
Pissed off there. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So calm. Like you think nothing's going to bother this guy.
Practice
Except for you pull a belt out. You pull a belt out, he's out of here. You know?
The belt comes off, we're gone. So the practice ends, and I debrief with my team, and I'm frustrated with my car. It's just been a bad season. And then that happened, and I'm going to go to my hauler, and I see his hauler, and I'm like, I'm going in there.
Oh shit.
And if he's in there, I'm going to confront him about it. And I walked up into his hauler, which is an 18-wheeler trailer, and you walk to the very front of the trailer, and there's a lounge, and in the lounge is Kyle and his crew chief, and I know his crew chief.
2v1.
And I said, Kyle, if you ever flip me off again, I'm going to rip your head off, and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to beat the hell out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said everything I could just say in that moment. And he's sitting there going,
you told me you were going to kill him?
Yeah.
We had to talk about that the other day.
We really did, because with Connor's telling, what's his name, I'm going to kill you. Taylor says he gets his head.
I just don't think that's that big of a deal, because it's like, I don't know, it could happen, but you're not going to kill the guy, right? You're going to knock him out, hopefully.
I don't know. He's talking about the car being a weapon at some point. You get out there, he's not in the right position.
No question.
The emotions get the best of you, dude.
So you tell this guy.
I'll tell him everything I wanted to tell him, and I'd never do that, right? That's out of character for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was to a point to where I was done. I needed to tell this guy to knock it off, right? The words in the media, the bird, the disrespect is just got to come to an end. You're gonna respect me, and you're not gonna look at me the way you're looking at me and perceive me the way you perceive me. You're gonna respect me when we're here together at the racetrack. And so I said what I had to say, and I turned around and walked out.
He didn't say a word. God, that must have probably chapped your ass a little bit that he didn't say nothing back.
I didn't want him to respond to me.
You just said it and turned around and you walked out.
I didn't want him to respond to me, and his crew chief didn't move, and like it was what I wanted it to be.
Yeah,
I feel like that if I didn't want anything to happen to where it would have gotten physical, it probably would have easily gotten that way. It's good that nothing happened to where it became physical.
Is Kyle a big dude?
He's tall.
He's tall. But you think...
Hey, Tony.
He's not tall.
No.
He's not,
okay.
I'm tall.
You're okay. He's taller.
3 inches taller.
He's taller than me.
How tall are you?
Inches. 5'10" and a half.
10 and a half. I love that. I love the half, dude.
I love the guy
5'10" and a half.
If you're under 6 foot, you say a half. There's halves are involved.
You get the detail.
Yeah.
No question.
How big are you?
Go looking back on it, he stood up and said, "All right, I'll kill you right now."
We would have had.
Okay, I'll kill you.
We would have had to have found out who was going to be right.
Hell yeah, I like that. So you think you could have taken him?
I don't know.
Is Tony at your side? Are you back there?
That story where you got in his car, you had to sit like crooked.
Yeah, he was pretty skinny. Yeah. I don't know.
We're rolling him.
I don't have enough
Just
fights
I don't even know, Kyle. We're rolling his ass, dude.
I don't know what my ability is.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, no one can really fight unless you're a fighter, right? Like all of us can sit here and talk about whatever, but at the end of the day,
we fight for. We might be rolling.
There's buttons all over this chin. You know what I'm saying? You crack it. I might be still.
You roll around hard for 20 seconds. We're both tired. We're like, all right, hey guys, get up.
After 20 seconds, you're like, I gotta get the hell out of here.
I used to think I could fight.
We all did at one point, right?
Yeah.
At one point, we all fought.
Hey, we still do. Come on now. We're on camera.
Leo, listen. I don't know. Once I started getting kids, I was like, who am I fighting, dude?
Yeah.
I don't need my daughters to see me fighting somebody. Practice, no problem.
Yeah.
It felt good though. I was glad to do it, and it
got it
changed.
off your chest.
I think it changed our relationship. So, years later, he texted me one day and he's like, "Hey, we're at a racetrack somewhere." He's like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about some race." He owns a team and I own the team. He's like, "I want to compare some things that y'all are doing with what I'm doing on my business side."
How far after?
Probably 4 years after the Richmond incident.
Okay.
4 or 5 years.
Okay, 4 or 5 years. So you guys, lines of communication after that, and the media kind of stopped. You guys obviously didn't talk. So he just had your number.
You guys are both kind of transitioning in the business world, and you guys are kind of like, respected at this point.
And then we started communicating, and then I had him on my podcast, and we talked about Richmond.
Oh,
so really? We never talked about it, and I said, "Hey, come on my podcast, and let's talk about Richmond, and let's talk about that day, what you went through, what I thought, what you thought, what I, let's be honest and be clear, and everything beyond that, all the dirt we threw on each other in the media, and we talked it out, and he told me." And, you can get him in here and talk about that. But he was like, "Man, when I came into the sport and we were DEI, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, the team I was driving for at the time, we were courting him and Rick Hendrick was courting him. He ended up going with Rick. Right. So I would see him in the garage when he was like 18 and go, 'Hey man, you coming to drive for us?' Well, he's a sought after, young kid with a lot of talent. And I'm like, 'Hey, you coming with us?'
Yeah.
And he's like, 'I don't know. We'll find out.'
Yeah.
And so, he was like
playing dumb.
Yeah, he's like.
Do you guys have agents in the game, or you guys kind of wheel your own thing?
I think it's probably his parents more than anything running.
Really?
I imagine. I don't know. I doubt he had an agent.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Man, back then I wanted to be your friend. Like you were the bud guy. You were the fun guy." He was like, "I wanted to be in your group."
Right.
And I'm like, "Damn, I didn't know that." He's like, "Yeah, I hated how things took off with us and how we went down this other path." He's like, because when I was coming into sport, I was thinking, man, it's going to be cool if I can hang out and drink beer with me.
Yeah.
I was the beer guy.
Yeah, we're having beers now.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Having beers?
No, having beers.
I hope you guys like this clip. If you want to continue to be for the boys, you need to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, and check out our playlist. We have all the links right here on the screen. As always, biggest of hugs and tiniest of kisses. Also, go check out the full episodes, but always for the boys.